I need t-shirt too. He has to go into Turkey for that anyway.
Like Donald Trump. And I'm sorry, but he kicked her into the phantom zone yesterday. He just did. The appeals court in New York basically stayed the entire ruling, and although it's still a ridiculous $175 million bond he has to post for a crime that was never committed and a fraud that doesn't exist, I wouldn't call it like some runaway success, it's still the stay of the decision gave Donald Trump the opportunity to again highlight the power asymmetry and paint himself as the martyr he's become. And what happened? Because I always bring receipts. Donald Trump's favorability is up. No, it isn't. Okay, it's right here. You don't got to take my word for it. Go to Decision Desk HQ on Twitter. Not some hardcore Republican-leaning outlet. It's a pretty well-followed account about political polling. Folks, we always bring receipts on this show. I can't show you election results, which would be the most hardcore evidence, because the election hasn't happened yet. Actually, I believe that. Yeah, no, I'm totally convinced time is an illusion. Like, everything that has happened has already happened. Like, life is like, Jim's like, please, I'm begging. No, really, it's like a DVD. It's the movie's already happened. But let's just talk normal. So it hasn't happened yet. The election's not till November. So the only data points I have right now are polls. Do I trust polls? No. However, if I was going to use polls as a data point to analyze, which they are, even if you don't trust them, wouldn't you rather be ahead than behind? Of course you would, because it gives you the big momentum. Decision Desk, HQ. Trump's average favorability rating concerning his 2024 candidacy has turned positive for the first time since we began tracking. This average is based on 296 polls. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's not good for you lefties out there. I know none of this is going to stop lefties out there who want Donald Trump politically bleeding every single day. The problem is he's not. You are. I understand addressing this with logic and reason won't work for you. I get that. But as I say on my radio show and the podcast every single time I can, one of the most valuable lessons I ever learned in politics is this is not a futile exercise. Well, Dan, if the lefties are just going to double down and do the stupid thing, then why are we bothering if they're never going to listen? The answer is because there's always a third party listening. I fully understand the left is so politically bloodthirsty for Donald Trump that there is nothing that's going to stop them. Donald Trump's favorability could be 99%, and they'll file 6 new fake charges tomorrow in East Juniper. They don't care. But there are third parties listening. When you're debating a crazed lefty, I want you to understand you are not wasting your time. There is always a third party listening. If you're doing it on Truth or Twitter or Facebook, there are always commenters. Just read your own comments. Who are going to understand you got the better of them. There's always someone listening in a public space if you're debating a lefty, who when you have your argument, lock, stock, and 2 smoking barrels, what happens? The third party's like, gosh, that guy knows what he's talking about. This is not a waste of your time. And it serves another purpose, too, debating with crazed liberals. So, yeah, I agree. You'll never convince. You'll never convince them. Folks, they're crazy. They do not appeal to sane people. If they did, why is Donald Trump winning in nearly every swing state poll? Why is his favorability switched positive at an average of 296 polls? What data point do you have that your assertion that you're hurting him is accurate? You don't have one. You're just making it up. I want you to watch what I'm talking about. Cut 1, Jim. This is short. It's only 15 seconds. This is an MSNBC guest. His name is Tristan Snell. This guy was apparently some assistant attorney general in New York. Assistant attorney general in New York. This guy's only job is process. Okay? You are a lawyer for the government. Your job is to use the process to enforce the law in New York. Does anybody out there disagree before I play this cut? Liberal, conservative, communist, crazy person, AOC Green New Dealer. That's what you do, correct? You use the judicial process and the legal process to prosecute bad guys.
It's really hard to get
I want you to listen to this guy, who sounds like a crazy person on MSNBC. And one of the first words out of his mouth in this clip is, I don't really care what the process is. Dude, that was your only job, man. It's like being the icebox delivery guy in the 50s and going, hey, man, sorry, I don't got any ice. Can't figure out a way to keep it cold. This is your only job. This is what I'm talking about by crazy people on the left. Listen.
Honestly, this is so infuriating, I don't even know what to do. I don't even know if I care what the process is that these judges are arriving at. Whatever it is, it's flawed. I can tell you that much. I mean, David put it well. This is a different process for this person.
Oh, it is a different process for Donald Trump, just not like you think it is. In that no human being has ever been successfully prosecuted under these bizarre legal theories, and that's a fact. The Presidential Records Act, Twinkies case up in New York, Fonnie Willis in a free speech case, Letitia James just fabricating a fraud and a crime with no victim. I love how they do the dipsy-do flipperoo, and they project what they're doing onto you. Donald Trump's got a special legal system just for... He does? He doesn't. So you'd want to switch places with Donald Trump? $175 million bond posted for a crime with no victims and zero documented fraud at all. You would want to tell people to go march peacefully and patriotically and then be accused of basically treason to the United States government? You'd want to be accused of a Presidential Records Act violation that Judge Amy Berman Jackson would involve Bill Clinton, said, listen, the president has absolute discretion. You hear these idiots? This guy's whole job was process. And the first thing he says is he doesn't care what the process is. That's his whole job. You need to understand this is what you're dealing with. But when you're debating them, there's always a third party listening. And this is the reason people like this are becoming increasingly isolated, and Donald Trump is running away in the polls. Is he going to win? I don't know. We don't do talk of red waves here because it just dissuades people from voting, and that's a huge mistake. However, if there's going to be polling, which is going to be, I'd much rather be ahead than be behind. There's also this amazing exchange with Kara Swisher. You know what? I want to play it on the other side of the break. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to come back. Kara Swisher is a very left-leaning person. She has a popular podcast, but in my opinion, not very rational at all. She was on Bill Maher's show, and I want you to listen to this, because this is one of the two most important clips I'm going to play in the show. I got this one and a segment from Joe Rogan. I'll play it after the break. It describes perfectly how these people are, how they cannot self-reflect at all, how they may have created the Donald Trump juggernaut, and they're always looking for blame, and then they attribute it to luck or something. Don't miss it. It's coming up next.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
You're listening to the Dan Bongino Show on the Bay Area's home for conservative talk on your radio and smart speaker at 560 KSFO.
You've worked hard all your life and fought for every penny, and now you're looking for a bigger, better retirement, right? You deserve safety, security, and someone you can trust. Does a 9 to 11% possible annual return sound right for you? What if you could have a secure investment that's not affected by inflation, interest rates, bank collapses, or market crashes? With agents having more than 30 years experience in this sector, 1850 Financial can help. They could deliver an annual 9 to 11% return with no market risk, and most IRAs and 401ks are eligible. With 1850 Financial, expect a secure investment without exposure exposing your principal to market risk. So if the market crashes, your money is never at risk. Again, most IRAs and 401ks are eligible. Thousands of people have found financial security and stability using this proven strategy. To take advantage of this opportunity where you could earn a 9 to 11% annual return, and to see if you qualify, call 1850 Financial at 844-703-0000. That's 844-703-0000.
A Better Life with Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
I've talked a lot about practicing gratitude, but is it possible to overdo it? Psychologist Sonja Lyubomirsky says yes. She's the author of The How of Happiness. Now, to set the table, gratitude bolsters well-being by redirecting people's attention, reframing their interpretations, and coloring their memories toward positivity. Research has shown that gratitude can effectively neutralize negative emotions. It is hard to feel jealous or resentful or angry or anxious when you're also grateful. But if you're practicing gratitude too often, she says it can lose its meaning or even backfire. Lyubomirsky says it's important to remember what works will be different for everyone. Maybe keeping a journal, writing letters, talking about your feelings with family and friends. If something does not work for you, don't force it. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, helping you live a better life.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and son. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
Is switching your wireless service to Total by Verizon easy?
Totalmente.
And you get unlimited 5G data, $25 a line for 4 lines on the unlimited plan, at an amazing price, with no contract? Should you switch to Total by Verizon? Definitely.
Totalmente.
Find a store or switch suavemente at totalbyverizon.com. Monthly rate when you activate without a pay, plus taxes and fees. Discount begins the month after you enroll. Additional terms apply. See website for data.
The most informative 3 hours you'll have all day. The Dan Bongino Show.
I will absolutely keep you informed about any breaking news about the Baltimore Bridge disaster. Again, an area I am very, very, very familiar with. Lived there for over a decade of my life. Just sad to see. But Biden just spoke on it. He's taking some questions now, and there's really, I'm not a fan of Biden, obviously, but there's nothing really controversial he said or even newsworthy. He basically said the federal government's going to, that's all I got to do. They're going to pay for the bridge. That was it. I mean, there's no new information, cause, or anything like that. If I do, I will, of course, pass that on to you. It's my job here on radio, so don't sweat it. But he's done now, and no new news there. It only, give him the standard. This is a Republican-Democrat thing, all federal assets, which is good. Them paying for the bridge, talking about it like it's like his credit cards pay himself. So, any more breaking news, I'll get to that, but I want to get back to what I was talking about before, which is the greatest gift in politics is stupid enemy, because it's the purest of competitive acts. There's one seat in the political office and only one vote goes in it. That's it. Hey, every home should have a Jace kit by Jace Medical. Why? Because accidents happen. You're going to get sick. You need life-saving antibiotics in your house, not behind a pharmacy wall. Things break bad. Now you can get a Jace kit. Oh, I have one for the kids too. It's called the Kids Kit. Dr. Sean Rowland at Jace Medical says the Kids Kit is a significant leap forward in preparedness and peace of mind for families everywhere by providing emergency antibiotics and other essential prescription medications tablets for children. The Kids Case makes sure the youngest and most vulnerable have access to the care they need when they need it. Go to JaceMedical.com, complete the form, review the terms, and as soon as Jace Medical has a physician evaluate your request, it's your Kids Kit. For an added discount, use promo code Bongino. Jace Medical and its products are not intended as a substitute for professional medical treatment or advice. Consult with your healthcare provider.
You're listening to the Dan Bongino Show on the Bay Area's home for conservative talk on your radio
want you to listen to this exchange on the Bill Maher show. It's important. It's with Kara Swisher. She is a lefty, pretty devout one. And I want you to watch how he just attributes every one of Donald Trump's successes to luck. And they never once self-reflect outside of the other woman on the panel. It's not a Democrat. I'm not sure she's. They never attribute it to anything other than luck. Never thinking to themselves, maybe this is backfiring? Take a listen.
No, he actually just got this guy is the luckiest guy in the world, but Trump Social, Trump Social, but Truth Social just got permission to go public.
Right.
And so his stake, because it's a meme stock, a little like GameStop, is worth $3.5 billion right now. It could go higher if people bid it up.
He definitely made a deal with himself. He always lucks out on everything.
Yeah. He has best enemies. Look at Michael Avenatti. Look at Fonnie Willis now in Georgia. The best enemies.
Right.
It helps him so much.
And Merrick Garland. It all up. Now we're probably not even going to see any of the trials. He just always lucks his way into everything.
Folks, again, the gift of stupid enemies. It's not luck. There's nothing lucky about being prosecuted for 476 fake crimes made up by political enemies or total lunatics using novel legal theories never tried in American history. By no sane person's definition does luck apply there. It's not luck. But you see how this psychological defense mechanism works? That they don't want to believe that they're handing this guy power again. So what do? They tell themselves a series of fables to pretend it's just some random series of unfortunate events. They did this. You pushed the government, Merrick Garland and others, at the local level, Democrat opponents of Donald Trump, because he hadn't committed any real crimes, you made them up. Of course there was going to be a backlash as normal people, not you guys on the left. Is any of this hard? Witness the political unfairness and asymmetry of it all, and the backlash was as predictable as, a kid enjoying a piece of apple pie. Only idiots didn't see this coming. But you see how when they do what everybody predicted would be done, when they did what they did, they don't want to blame the do on them. Oh, it's just Donald Trump's luck. And I love how Swisher says, that was like a meme stock. Really, Carol, start your own social media company. See how quickly you get 1 million plus people on there. Good luck. Good luck with that. Everything's always luck. It's amazing. No self-reflection whatsoever. Keep it up, Liz. To watching what?
Attention business owners. Stop throwing your hard-earned money away. Imagine owning your own building and saving thousands every year. Sound impossible? Not if you use General Steel. General Steel can help you save thousands by owning your own custom-designed building. Call 1-866-74-STEEL. That's 1-866-74-STEEL to see how much money you can save with General Steel. Our buildings come with a 50-year warranty, and thousands of companies from Fortune 500 corporations to startups have trusted the General with their building needs.
If you need to expand or start a new business, you really need General Steel.
I'm very impressed with General Steel. Everyone's been extremely helpful. I'd recommend General Steel if you're looking to build a steel mill.
Call 1-866-74-STEEL. Find out how quickly your business can move into one of our quick construction kits, like a 50 by 100 perfect for the small business owner, or a 200 by 450 favorite of the Fortune 500.